Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching Moscow Airport. The local time is 10 minutes to 2. Please return any hand luggage and large electronic devices.
It's Sunday and I'm packing for tomorrow's trip. All done and clean. Still have about 18 hours of travel ahead of me. Look at these tiny knives and forks.
It's nice and cozy like this, isn't it?
The generator just switched off. It is Saturday and my hair is getting really long and really need a haircut. Okay, so I'm in Moscow right now and the weather is meh. It was snowing last night but then melted this morning again. Right now I'm in my parents' apartment. It's been a while since I updated the vlog and honestly I don't really have much to say. I traveled from Bangor to Chester, from Chester to Crewe, from Crewe to Manchester Airport, from Manchester Airport to Amsterdam, where I stayed for an hour, and then I went off to Moscow, arrived on my birthday at 2 AM. I slept through half my birthday, and then Christmas, then more family time. And you know, being back home is very strange. You know how to find out if you're in a queue with Russian people? You have no personal space. You're standing in line and you can feel someone breathe down your neck. That is not very pleasant, Russians. Please don't do that. If you go into the Moscow metro, it is very beautiful. But when you go down there, you'll see that nobody smiles. Russian people generally think that you shouldn't be smiling if there is no reason to do so. Besides, the metro is pretty loud, so most Russians are either sleeping in the metro, reading a book, or just sitting on their phones on the web, and from there derives the gloominess of Russia. Because when I arrived here, and it's been 4 days already, I found Moscow to be super sketchy and dodgy. And I shouldn't be saying that, I should be promoting Russia in a way, I should be saying that Russia is wonderful, and it is. But when you come here, people just keep having this mindset of being very strict in public, being very serious, being very conservative. The buildings normally look very gloomy because they're built in a Stalinistic way. I don't know if that's a word. And I think this is where the Western world creates the image of Russia being scary, and I understand them. But after the 3-4 days of being here in Moscow, I really started appreciating how big the city is and how developed it is in a way. Also, the day before Christmas Day, my dad took me and my brother out for breakfast to the place where I used to work for a month, and I met my old boss, and he saw my brother's earring. He has like a tunnel thing going on, and my old boss told my brother that it's wrong, that his body belongs to God. He's not allowed to do anything with the body. He said that gay people are sick and ill, and he doesn't want his children to have this illness. And it was fascinating in a way to observe someone with a completely different mindset from the Western part of the world. But he said that if you're born a man, you are a man. In the UK I have to be really careful about what I say. I can't completely generalize the genders, so I can't call a woman because that's very sexist. But again, back to Moscow. You really start appreciating how big the city is. If you need flowers at 3 AM in the morning, there'll be a ton of places open. If you need milk, if you need a pharmacy, if you need anything, lots of places are open 24/7, and the banks are open until 8 or 9 PM in Moscow. While in Denmark, for example, they sometimes close at 2 to 4 PM, which is really inconvenient if, for example, you're done with your work and you have to do some transactions or open a deposit account, and after work you rush over to the bank and it's closed. But back to the gloominess of Russia. I'll show you what it's like.
We keep each other.
I also talked to one of my friends here, and she was complaining about how many ghost followers she has on Instagram, and I found a solution because that was bothering me as well. I found a website. I'm gonna link it below. I think it's called Exorcist, and I have a little techie packing clip to show you after this. Somehow a tutorial, but It's just the way I do it. You don't have to do it the same way as I do it, I guess. Okay, I know that this looks like a big mess, but I'm gonna try to explain what I take with me, tech-wise, on a travel trip. Let's get rid of all the things non-tech related. Not really tech, I guess. This is my main time-lapse camera. TechNet 12,000 milliamp hour battery pack. A micro SD adapter for the computer. A clip-on for the GoPro. A little tripod attachment device for the GoPro as well. For the camera, I'm just bringing one SD card, which is in the camera right now. The charger. 1 terabyte Sony hard drive. The battery pack charger. Nokia phone charger. Here it is. The GoPro charger. A mini USB cable. I'm bringing my European adapter. If I'll need charging in the UK, I'll just use an adapter and a socket splitter, 1 pair of Apple EarPods, 1 lightning cable. I'm also bringing a Joby GorillaPod, a tiny tripod. Most wondering why I'm not stopped in the airport because of all the cables. And my 13-inch MacBook Pro. And of course, my iPhone. And all this should fit in this tiny, tiny little bag.
We keep each other. We keep each other.